So in this video, we will learn how to convert a decimal number to a hexadecimal number. So first of all, we need to know what is a decimal number. A decimal number is a base 10 system, meaning that the digits can vary anything from 0 all the way to 9. So let's say we have the number 13. Each digit is from 0 to 9. Or let's say we have 259 or 1. So any digit varies from 0 to 9. So it is a base 10 system. So let's write 10 over there. And hexadecimal, hexa stands for 6, and decimal again from here, it stands for 10. And if we add these two numbers up, we will get 16. So each digit in hexadecimal can vary from 0 to 16, but I'll show you how the hexadecimal number system works. So let's do that right now. So 1 represents 1 in hexadecimal. So actually, let me write, okay, yeah. So 1 is the same in hexadecimal all the way up to, so I'm just going to skip all 2, 3 until like 9. So up to 9, it is all the same. All the numbers in decimal from 0 to 9 are the same in hexadecimal. So now when you reach 10, the 10 represents A in hexadecimal, 11 represents B, 12 represents C. I'm going to write it over here now. 13 represents D, 14 represents E, and 15 is the last one since it's a 16 and we are counting from 0, and 15 represents F. So each digit can be anything from 0 to 15. So yeah, so now let's start with the examples. Now to convert this, you do need a calculator, and I will be making another video where you can solve without a calculator. So here we have 371 as a decimal number, and in the exams or in your questions, the 10 represents that it is a base 10 system, meaning that it's a decimal number, and we need to convert this into hexadecimal. So you do need a calculator for this. We would divide 371 divided by 16, and you can do this on the calculator, and you will get the exact value of 23.1875, and you do need to write the decimals in this. So this is equal to 23 remainder. So remainder we can calculate by multiplying the decimal part only by the divisor, so 16. So what is 0.1875 times 16? We'll get the remainder. So let's do that on the calculator, and we got 3. So now let's move on. So 16 now divided by, 23 divided by 16, we will get 1.4375, and again we need to write the remainder. So 1 remainder, 0.4375 multiplied by 16 will give us 7. So let's continue here. So 1 divided by 16 now, we will get 0.0625, and the remainder would be 1. So when you get a 0, that's when you know that you need to stop. And now we need to go from the most bottom all the way up. So here 1, 7 and 3 is the hexadecimal representation of 371. So let me just clear that out. Yes, and we only focus on the remainders. Let's do an example where we need to write hexadecimal numbers in the letters format. So here you can pause the video and try to do this example yourself. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to do 254 divided by 16, and we will get, let me type on my calculator, 254 divided by 16 is 15.875, and we need to write this in the remainder format, so it's going to be 15, and for the remainder we are going to multiply the decimal part by 16. So 0.875 multiplied by 16 is 14, so remainder is 14. Now moving on, 15 divided by 16 is 0, remainder will be let me actually write the decimal first, so 0.9375, and this is 0, remainder 15, or yeah, 15, and we need to stop when we get a 0. So now we need to go from the most bottom all the way up, so like this. And as we know from before, 15 represents F in the hexadecimal and 14 represents E, and we can quickly get that by A is equal to 10, B, C, D, E, and F. Oops, okay, I cannot write anymore, so I'm gonna move here. D, E, F. So 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So here F is 15 and E is 14. And the final answer, from the most bottom we need to start, this will be the most left bit, so this is F, and the next letter is E, and this is the hexadecimal representation of 254. So you can pause the video and try to do this yourself. So let's start by dividing 9 to 3 divided by 16, and this will give us 57.6875, and this should convert to 57, and remainder should be 0. 0.6875 multiplied by 16, and remainder is 11. Now 57 divided by 16 is 3.5625, and this should convert to remainder of 9, I think, yeah, 9. And continuing on, so 3 divided by 16 now will give you 0.1875, and this is a remainder of 3, of course, and we need to stop now since we got a 0. So now from the most bottom go all the way up, so we have a 3, we have a 9, and 11 is A, and this is the final answer. So it's pretty simple if you follow the steps and everything. So again, 11 is A, 9 is just 9 in hexadecimal, and 3 is just 3, and we go from the bottom to up to top, and that's it. So I mean, practice makes perfect here, and you just need to keep doing examples until you get the gist of it. Let's do another example. Let's just come up with a random number. So 7189 decimal to hexadecimal. So let's start by dividing 7109.89 divided by 16, and this is 409.3125. This should be the remainder of Let me check. 5. Another quick way to find the remainder is to change the answer into a mixed fraction. So right now I just did that and it gave me 449 5 over 16. So we know that the remainder is 5. So that's another way of not multiplying. I mean, it's the same thing. You can just do it quickly. Let's do 449 divided by 16 now. And this is 28, and I made the mixed fraction, so I got the remainder of 1, since it's 28 1 over 16. And now continuing on, so let me just write this over there, 28 remainder 1. Continuing on, so 28 divided by 16 now is 1.75, and this should be 1 remainder times 4, so it's going to be 12. Continuing on, so 1 divided by 16 is 0.0625. This is 0 remainder 1. And now we go up, so it's gonna be 1, 12 is b, this is just gonna be 1, and this is gonna be 5. So 1b 1 5, and going up here. Oh, I made a mistake here. This is supposed to be C. This is supposed to be C as, okay, I completely forgot that 10 is A, 11 is B, so 12 is gonna be C instead of B. So don't make this mistake here. Always make this table or write this somewhere. The 10 is A, always starts with 10, and 10 is A, 11 is B, and so on. Let's do 9,999 base 10 converted. Again, let's start by dividing 9,999 divided by 16, and this is 999 divided by 16, 624.9375, and this is 624 remainder 15. Now 624 divided by 16 is 39. Remainder is 0 this time. And continuing on, so 39 now divided by 16 is we don't stop until we get the divisor to be 0, not the remainder. So the next is 2.4375, and this is the remainder of 7. Continuing on, so 2 divided by 16 now is gonna be, that's not gonna matter, it's gonna be 0, remainder is gonna be 2. So now we go up, this is also remainder 0, and this is 0. So going up here, so 2 is going to stay the same, 7 is going to stay the same, 0 is going to stay the same, and 15 is the last letter, which is E, and I had to go and recheck that. I don't make the same mistake again. So this is the final answer. Let's do the last example or question, and then I will show you guys or tell you guys a shortcut method on the calculator to directly find the answer. So let's start by dividing this. 1702 divided by 16, and this is 17012 divided by 16 is 1063, and remainder is going to be times 4, so it's going to be 4. Continuing on, 1063 divided by 16 is 66 remainder is gonna be 7. So the mixed fraction option is pretty quick, to be honest. Get the remainder immediately, or if you get like 1 over 4, that means you have to multiply by 4. This is going to be a remainder of 4. And continuing on, so 66 divided by 16 now is 4 point or remainder 2. Continuing on, so 4 divided by 16 is going to be 0, and remainder is going to be 4 over 16, which is, oops, what am I doing? Oh yes, remainder is 4. So now going up, this is going to be 4274. Now, if you have a calculator with a base minus n function in your menu, you go to it and you click on your decimal option on your calculator. You can just type whatever number you have in your decimal. So I have 17012, and you press equals to, and now you should have a button for hexadecimal, a blue button which says hex, and now if you click on that, this will directly um, calculate on your calculator the hexadecimal value of that decimal number, and here it give me 0.00044274. So this is the correct answer. Now I will be making a short video on this, how to do this on the calculator, because it's not it will be more simpler to show you guys on the calculator itself, of course. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and if you have any questions you can ask them in the comment section, and thanks for watching.